Reasonable.
I mean, they threw shots at each other. Great shots at each other.
Yep, she's banging the guy in the back. She was fired. All types of shots. Putting them all down.
And as you did mention, when you were saying you were having a discussion with Eric, what the thumbnail may be, because we did not have anything for it. And obviously, I went against the AEW embargo I have on it on thumbnails. This was going to be the thumbnail.
For what? They were on TV for all of 20 seconds in probably the worst match of the week. Worst match of the week. I'm so happy that didn't make it.
Does it make perfect sense why they cut this match from last week?
Yes, because it was going nowhere. I can see Vince going like, what are we doing with this? Yeah, let's just set up a match of Extreme Rules and nothing really. It's just happening. Oh, let's cut this shit. Just gonna walk away with a broken nose. We have 3 people with broken noses already. We've done this gimmick. Sheamus, Mandy, and now this, we did it 3 times. Vince, get your shit together.
So Eric in the comments says, did Marcus make you change the thumbnail? No, I chose it on my own.
I did. I was gonna say I did. We could have went this route. We can go all AEW. Get that 18 to 49 demographic, man. Let's go.
Our show is better than that. Our show is better than that.
Our show's better than the 18 to 49 demographic because we're going to the 50 and 89 demographic. How do you like that?
We're going even older.
We're going older. We're going to the nursery homes. We're keeping them motherfuckers up.
And they can't move, so they have to watch us.
Oh, that Manny and Marcus, those rascals. I'm young and hip in the game. I remember when they were talking about Tully Blanchard versus Harlan Race in the 70s. We weren't around then. I don't know who you were hearing.
Eric said old lives matter. If you were hoping for us to sing Buffalo Soldier this week, it's not happening.
No.
At this point in the intro, anyway.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
There it is. I like to see a man opening a rope and not doing a helicopter.
Hold my penis.
Ric Flair has changed the term from North Carolina. Get the dick out and spin it like a helicopter. What the fuck? Ric Flair canceling people in 2021 still.
Cancelled himself.
Yeah. Oh,
welcome,
man.
Everyone.
No, he canceled us. Go ahead.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by the helicopter
Marcus.
Did you mute yourself? Marcus has managed to mute himself.
No, I've been canceled.
I think you're now using your headphones microphone.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Stop.
So, a Lucha Dog says you got to talk about the Dark Side of the Ring wrestling episode. I didn't watch it. I mean, well, I don't have time for that stuff.
Well, Manny, lucky for this show, I did watch it, and I'm going to take my takes from it are this. 1, Michael P.S. Hayes getting the shit slapped out of him was probably my favorite story of it, because you don't just go punching random people and when you're on drugs, especially that person being Bradshaw. You don't do that. Got the slip shot and lost his ponytail, and his day was ruined. 2, Jim Ross is the worst person. I would never leave him to watch my kids. He just let all the debauchery happen. He had no control of that play.
In what situation are you first of all, what kids? And then second of all, in what situation are you in that you can have Jim Ross there and go, "Hi, Jim Ross, I'm not going to let you watch my kids."
How dare you question what my situation is and how many kids I don't take care of? It is clear that I do not have any proof of this. I'm just saying Jim Ross is not watching anybody or having any responsibility because he can't keep control. He'll let Lesnar and fight and almost kill us all on the plane. And all the nonsense that happened. But, Manny, I do recommend checking out the debauchery of that Dark Side of the Ring. There's blood, sweat, tears, syringes, and sexual harassment, which is always entertaining. So they have everything going for it in this episode. But the main topic basically was Ric Flair's dig helicopter forcing himself onto a flight attendant as Rob Van Dam looks on in the background, and Tommy Dreamer is like, she should have convicted him to the full extent of the law, and she really got harassed. Screw her. And I'm paraphrasing everything Tommy's saying, but this is it. He's like, Ric Flair was having a good time. It's what he does.
So as a result of this, Tommy Dreamer has been suspended indefinitely by Impact Wrestling.
Son of a bitch.
Ric Flair's had his I don't know what car company. What's the advert?
Car Shield.
Car Shield suspended. WWE have taken off both plane stories, not from Peacock. The other one being the one about Vince McMahon trying to take down Kurt Angle on a plane, but they didn't want to get that confused with the plane ride from hell.
So it was all of it. It was all terrible. That stuff has been canceled off the WWE Network. And yeah, so that's where we stand with that. In which, it was just dark times. Darkest place in wrestling. And two people getting canceled and they didn't even realize they were. Tommy Dreamer just canceling himself every word he was saying. And I was going like, Tommy, no. And I'm not even a Tommy Dreamer fan. Like, no, don't say that. But my first reaction to what Tommy was saying was like, probably shouldn't say that. I wonder if he's going to get any backlash. I wake up the next day, Tommy Dreamer and Ric Flair being canceled. Oh, no. Brock Lesnar, who flashed his dick to Terry Reynolds on the Insurrection pay-per-view. This involves your people, Manny. This involves your people. Flash his dick to Terry Reynolds. Nothing happens to him because he's Brock Lesnar.
Well, are you ready to get into SmackDown now that we've covered that nonsense?
Yeah, it's pure nonsense. Oh, well, by nonsense, I mean it happened and, it's terrible. But this shit's been documented for like 20 years.
Feedback from your microphone.
Oh, man. What about now?
Gone.
All right. I'm done with these audio issues, man. Let's start this show. I don't have time for this shit. All right, I got a plane to catch. From hell.
I mean, I could talk about how Spider-Man stole my beer last night.
Spider-Man.
I mean,
ever since Peter Parker turned 21, he's been a menace to society, and he's been driving drunk, and he doesn't even have to drive. He just swings.
So I was at a bar last night. I go upstairs. I put my beer on a table behind me while I stand and talk to other people. There's a black guy dressed up as Spider-Man, and he just swipes my beer like it was gone so quickly, and then he went outside to fire escape. I was like, I just got my beer robbed from Spider-Man, and no one's gonna believe me because I'm slightly inebriated.
It was Spider-Man, I swear, Manny. One, we're not in New York. Spider-Man's only in New York. No, he was far from home.
I hope he never gets home.
He was there.
I now understand that.
And not only if it wasn't Spider-Man, man, you're blaming the black one. You're like, it's the black Spider-Man. I know it.
I have photographic evidence, sir, that it
Who
was
are you,
him.
Peter Parker?
Photographic evidence, which I will send to you, and then you can judge for yourself.
Oh man, send me my Spider-Man photos. Like if I'm Jameson. Jameson. Never realized how hard that was to say. And like, oh, man. J. Jonah Jameson.
There you go. I've sent it to you.
That could be anybody.
No, it can't. You can clearly see his throat.
It's a really dark picture. It's really dark, and you can barely see his Spider-Man pajamas. For all you know, that was Richard Pryor in the movie Toy. That is a dated reference. But again, as we said in the intro, Old Lives Matter. We're going for that 50 to 89 demographic.
Yeah, so Betty, this one's for you.
All right, for Dolores.
Dolores. She watches us on her Sunday's best.
Yes. Like, look at these young men. How about you for them?
So,
and she knits her sweaters together. Talking about how the time she slept with Ric Flair and how things got out of hand.
So Levi asked, Manny, how do you know Spider-Man was black? He had a mask on. No, he didn't. He took it off because it was too hot.
He took it off.
It was too hot that night.
And he knew.
So let's just kick off with SmackDown. So SmackDown kicks off with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. The wise man states the tribal chief fears no man, no beast, no demon, but they all fear Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Heyman cuts an incredible promo here.
Yep. It's another good Heyman promo. It's another nice segment by the Bloodline. And, you know, them setting up the stages, I guess, for the night, but kind of maybe the first hour they've been setting up because they didn't show up in the second.
No, but do you know what the interesting thing about this was? They didn't set up the match that happened after this because he was interrupted by Big E and then Finn Balor. But then they go to commercial break and then we've got a tag match already because not Big E and Finn Balor didn't even speak.
Yeah. I was upset that I didn't hear from either one of them. Mostly Big E. Talking about I'm coming for you after this and whatnot. I mean, we get it later, but I wanted it right now. We didn't even get to hear from Adam Pearce. It was just like, this is happening.
I don't think Adam Pearce exists. I haven't seen him in a while.
Finn on Raw.
Yeah, Finn Balor and Big E versus the Usos. Incredible match. I really enjoyed it.
I'm not going to get it incredible. It's good. Incredible.
I mean, for what happened this night, I would say incredible.
It was a nice little match to start the show. It was fun. Got the crowd hyped. But I was like, once this has happened, once we're done with the Bloodline right here, what is left on this show? I was like, no, not the rest of the SmackDown roster. What else do we have? They put all the stars in the beginning. They treated this like it was a Rampage or something.
Yeah. And then so we go to the back. Roman Reigns asks Paul if he's sure there isn't something he needs to know. Paul states he didn't know Brock Lesnar was coming to SummerSlam.
I didn't know.
Claiming Brock Lesnar speaking false narratives because he's scared.
He's scared of you, man. He's lying because he's scared. I ain't never seen him like this. He's scared. The dude is groveling at his feet. He's shaking in his wee little boots. He's scared of you, my tribal chief. Listen to me.
He then asks if Brock Lesnar fears him, is he going to show up at Extreme Rules? Paul once again hesitates. No, I don't pay you to be under the impression. I pay you to know in advance.
So Paul's job's in jeopardy. And I 100% agree with Paul Heyman's reaction of no, he's not showing up at Extreme Rules. They don't pay me to show up at pay-per-views like Extreme Rules. I do the big shows. All right? I need Saudi money or I need America's Survivor Series money. I am not showing up to Extreme Rules.
And then Kayla the Bully asked a question about Brock, potentially spoiling that he may be going to Raw. Paul Heyman states he's no longer Brock's advocate and claims she has no sources. It's all because she wants to be with the wise man.
You poke and you poke and you poke and you poke. And then Big E confronts him, and he's laughing and saying that he's threatening him. He's going to get him at Survivor Series, put more worries on the back of Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, as he now has like 3 or 4 challenges lined up. He's booked. He's booked for the.
He's overbooked. He's overbooked.
He has the Crown Jewel match with Lesnar. He has the potential Survivor Series match with Big E. And I believe even Seth was thinking about calling him out before he finished his tinfoil feud with Edge.
And then Big E gets beaten up by the Usos. And Roman casually.
Nowhere.
Yeah, so one of them gets him with a super kick from out of nowhere. And then Roman just casually walks past as Big E shivers against like some luggage.
Yeah. This is a good jump scare because I was terrified. I was like, oh no, he's been shot. He was shot. He was assassinated. Big E was assassinated. And so he gets bugged, and then they make the announcement this coming Monday to compete with Monday Night Football once again, and to try to sustain whatever audience they have in the 18 to 49 demographic. The Bloodline versus the New Day in a Raw main event.
And then we get Rick Boogs versus Robert Roode.
Who the hell asked for this one?
I know, it was a quick match. Oh, and then we get another out of nowhere attack by Commander Aziz and Apollo.
Terrifying.
Who wants his rematch. He wants his rematch.
I mean, it took him long enough, right? It took him long enough to ask for this rematch. I feel like Nakamura has had this belt for over a month or 2, and no one has done anything to him. He's come out and just randomly celebrated and just played his guitar. But Apollo has not been on TV asking for this rematch. But Aziz with the boot, what's his name? McAfee jumping off the apron, getting the hell out of there, immediately turning his back on Nakamura and Boogs. Like, this ain't my fight, suckers.
But this asks an interesting question because he wasn't afraid of Adam Cole. Yeah, he's ready to bounce when it's Apollo and Aziz.
Wait a minute, hold on, Manny. Let's say it wasn't Spider-Man that took your beer, and where you're defenseless and weak against his superpowers as web shooters, and it was Adam Cole that took your beer. You fight Adam Cole, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if it was Apollo and Aziz taking your beer, would you fight them or would you second guess it?
Yeah, but you're also forgetting. Remember when Pat McAfee kicked Adam Cole in the face?
Yeah.
And that massive pull-apart. That massive pull-apart. He stood up to Triple H as well. He got shoved by Triple H to get the hell out of there. But he took it.
He got the hell out of there, though. He got the hell out of there when Triple H pushed him. I'll fight Adam Cole. Nothing against Adam Cole, but I'll fight Adam Cole. But I don't think I'm messing with Apollo or Commander Aziz. That's not about weight class.
So I put this in the mid-card mess the other day because I thought it was interesting. Do you know before when Adam Cole was in NXT, you get all these pictures and memes of Adam Cole being really small. Ever since he joined AEW, they kind of just stopped.
Because, AEW is life. They're honest. They're truth. They're American. They're the only wrestling promotion you can actually love in the world. And if you love anything else, you're a fucking idiot Mark who don't understand anything about wrestling. That's the way AEW fans see it. They see it one way. You're either with us or you're against us. And I'm like, what if you're just in between? What if you're like, hey, they have good stuff here. Some stuff here that isn't working? Nope. You gotta love everything. Devote your entire life to this.
So the match that didn't happen, which was Kevin Owens versus Happy Corbin. Kevin gets attacked before the match by Corbin and gets chokeslammed onto the edge of the ring. So the match didn't happen.
But I've seen matches happen for less. With more of a beating. And I was like,
yeah, the Usos beat up Finn Balor with stairs 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that match still happened. Like it was naive to just assume that Kevin wasn't going to compete that night. Although Kevin had that ass whooping coming, he's over there posting on social media about him joining Mount Rushmore and all that. He deserved that ass whooping. Happy Corbin ain't tolerate that shit.
Okay, so we move into the segment with Seth Rollins and the aluminium or aluminum, however you want to say it, foil.
Tin foil
Comes out. They're both wild in this week.
Yeah. They're both from the future. They're both from the year 2000 in the alternate universe. The year 2000 that didn't introduce cell phones or anything like that. It's just like, we dedicated all this to fashion.
So Seth refers to curb stopping Edge like the sound of killing a cockroach. He blames the fans for what happened to Edge because they cheered every time they riled Seth up, but states he isn't done with Edge. He then challenges either Edge to step back in the ring, or he'll go to his cabin and beat him up in front of his family, which I picked the second option. I want the second option.
There hasn't been going to your house in a long time.
I want the second option. I want his kids to be...
Go to the house. Go to the house. We haven't had one of those, a home invasion in wrestling in a long time.
It's been too long. Wasn't the last one... He didn't even get inside. It was some other Joe going... Amy.
Excuse me, it's Wendy. How you gonna mess with today? No, it's not. No, it's not.
She ain't my wife.
She was everybody's wife for a moment when AJ Styles being terrorized. Hey, Wendy. But can we go with this as a fact? One, Seth promo was a little long. It was long. I feel like he was in the ring for 30 minutes. He went on. It wasn't bad. It was just really, really long. And he incorporated video packages in there. And I was like, he's just killing time on this show. They have nothing for this show planned. Or if they did, and they were like, the plan is to kill time. Let's just get out of this week.
And Lucha once again says Rollins to the worst. He gets another demerit because he's just jealous.
You're just jealous. If you try to tell me you wouldn't wear that suit, Becky seems to like him. She's the man. You can't argue with the man.
So we get the match that didn't happen last week, which was Zelina Vega, Carmella versus Liv Morgan and Toni Storm. And this match is cut short because Carmella sold a nose, which happened 2 weeks ago on NXT, and then maybe 6 months ago on Raw.
Sheamus. We can't keep breaking people's noses. And I see why this segment didn't happen last week. It was like, what is the point? I can see Vince McMahon going like, cut that shit. Why are we doing this?
It wasn't good at all.
No, nothing about this was any good. It was trash from the word jump. When he was like, oh, I'm done. We're done. And they took the 10 count. I was like, why? Why? This is Toni Storm. I feel like this is Toni Storm's first SmackDown match, too.
In a long time. So Liv challenges Carmella to a match at Ring Rules, which he accepts in the back. And then Zelina Vega talks herself into a match. She's like, she has to go through me first. Like, okay. You're going to lose anyway because you lose every match.
Yeah. It's like Miro. That's like Fuego del Sol talking about, oh, yeah, you got to go through me, Miro. Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Finn Balor describes...
It's like going through a traffic light. Yeah, I know. I don't want to do this. But I know I can.
Finn Balor describes what the demon is. He says it's a manifestation of anyone that's ever told him no, doubted him, or disrespected him. The demon unlocks a rage inside him that cannot be controlled.
So is blackface.
Oh, hold on. You said it was cool last week.
Yeah, I was joking about his interpretation. It's like, I just explained, it is not blackface. I am not a dreadlock roster. That is not what I'm going for here. Guys, I'm clearing this up. I'm trying to clear the air. When I am the demon, it is all this was manifesting me, all the disrespect and all the hatred inside of me. But I'll let you know this is not me going blackface. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you. Any questions, please send it to my lawyer right away because I am not going blackface. I can see this being on Dark Side of the Ring one day.
And then we get Naomi appear. Still trying to get. She stands up to Sonya, talking up a storm, saying I've been here longer and accomplished more. But once again, for the third week running, has demanded a match when the show is pretty much over.
Yeah, this was different from the previous weeks, Manny, because this was a threat. This was a threat of violence,
and she deserved her fine for insubordination.
No, Sonya's gonna get her ass whooped if she keeps fucking with this woman. And I saw it this week, and I hope this is the thing that brings Sonya out of retirement. You want a match? You got a match. And she's hair up, square up, all over again. Because this looked like it was violence. I enjoyed this interaction because it seemed like violence was about to take place.
Well, it seemed like either Hurt Business and Naomi came out, or Bloodline Naomi came out there.
Yeah.
None of this, I feel the glow shit. No.
No,
this was real.
What the fuck going on? You got a problem with me? Were you disrespecting me? I am a 2-time champion. You've done nothing in this industry. Are you jealous? Huh? You hate me because of my skin color? I'll kill you. I'll kill you in this backstage right now, Sonya. I'll kill you and Alan Pierce wouldn't even know it.
So technically the main event was Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn again. How many times are we going to do this?
No, it's only the second, right? Third? Fourth?
This is the third.
Well, this time Rey Mysterio wasn't going to come out ringside. Oh, there he is, right there. And he's on commentary.
I mean, he was terrible again on commentary.
He was spoiling the match. He was going. Dominic, now go up. Do your move. Do the move. Yes, son. Go for it. And I enjoyed Michael Cole saying, what about the people comparing you to a soccer dad? At this point of it. Fuck all those people. It's my son.
John said, I don't know if he's referring to either Sonya or Naomi, but all she needed was Vaseline to square up, and it was on.
That's definitely a Naomi situation. Oh, but Ray deserves his ass kicked, and I was hoping tonight here in Knoxville that he would have turned on him. And at this moment, I was like, SmackDown had nothing on this show. They had 2 segments they actually wanted to do. That's it. That's all we wanted to do is 2. Maybe 3. Maybe they wanted to do the Seth segment. But they had 3 segments maybe they wanted to do on this show. And that was it. They wanted to cover 3 characters. Roman, Seth probably, and then Becky and Bianca. That was it. That's all they wanted to do. They put no effort in this one.
And then we do get the Bianca Homecoming. Which happened.
I was disappointed. I thought it was a solid segment, but I was disappointed that she wasn't attacked with the keys of the city or put through a table. Got beat up. And we've got the mayor of Knox County. Kane showed up with all his powers.
Yeah, all those powers.
He still has the fire. He still got it. Honestly, I would have chanted, "You still got it," right after he did the flames. After he did it. After he was like, "Ah! You still got a chance. Should have emerged." I'm just saying. Those things happened, and it was a terrible. I thought it was a bad average SmackDown. I give it a C if we're grading like that, or a 72.8.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't good. I actually enjoyed Rampage a lot more, to be honest.
I was so disinterested in the first half of Rampage that I had to say it was an average show.
Let's move on to Rampage, where it kicks off with the Butcher of the Blade versus the Lucha Bros. How did these two get a title match?
Well, Manny, according to the AEW rankings and their record, they've won 7 straight matches. And I was like, the Butcher hasn't been around in like 8 years. How does this count? The Gun Club deserves their argument heard.
The Butcher and Blade need to accept that they're going bald. And just get rid of it. There's nothing sadder than having long hair and then the big gap on the top.
Can you imagine the Butcher without his hair, Manny? I cannot, and therefore I will allow.
I mean, he could get more prison tattoos on his head.
So this match happens, and it's a solid match. I thought the
like the
finish was
match.
the finish was the weakest finish in AEW match. One weakest in which Penta is tied up with his mask, and then he just comes out. And he does a super kick, and it was like, that's it. That's all it took for the Butcher and the Blade. And I was like, of all the moves that Dan Lever complained about and all the stuff that he complained about, this is the one time they took the high ground and said a super kick or whatever was enough to take out the Butcher and the Blade. Solid match. I still really like the ending.
I didn't like what happened at the end of it because I knew it was going to result in an 8-man tag, and then Hardy confirmed it when he cut his promo with Tony later on in the evening.
That was later. That was after they did the same segment basically twice, in which Matt Hardy team comes out, Matt Hardy team loses, Matt Hardy team attacks the person after the match.
Eric says too much Hardy, and it's going to be like that next week.
No, next week is their Grand Slam epic Rampage.
Yeah, the 8-man tags next week, and so is I think it's Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay.
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of it, but at least it's 2 hours, and maybe they're spacing it out different, where it's not Hardy, hard.
The Butcher, Lucha says the Butcher and Blade look like the kind of guys who blow up your washroom. Yep.
Yeah.
They also look like the guys. They also look like the guys you'd probably call to unblock your washroom.
Yep. They cover it all. We'll blow it up. We'll unlog it. We're the Butcher and the Blade.
I mean, Bulk and Skull finally grew up and got jobs
Yeah.
from Power Rangers.
Congratulations, Bulk and Skull, for living their best life. I mean, they were in high school for like 20 years.
The Bunny
40s.
with Penelope Ford and Anna Jay with Tay Conti. It was an alright match. Anna Jay picking up a win. And then Ford hit both Conti and Anna Jay with brass knuckles at the end.
Yep, committing murder.
Yep.
I feel like that was in depth. You just killed him. I could care less about this. I told you before, I do not care about Anna Jay, or Penelope Ford, or who am I missing in this? The Bunny. I feel like I said it twice, but I didn't care about any of this at all. By the way, Ricky Starks is on commentary. You wouldn't have noticed because he didn't say shit.
And then Matt Hardy and Jack Evans beat up a fat guy dressed as Orange Cassidy, and then shave his head.
Yeah, for the record, if I'm that fat guy, I'm no longer an Orange Cassidy fan. He allowed all that shit to happen to me, and he didn't even come out and make a save. Like, no one came out to save that fat guy.
No, he did come out. He ran them off, but he did nothing. It was too late by then.
It was too late. The man has already flipped me over the rail, beat the living shit out of me, and then began shaving my head. This was all in 20 minutes. No one did anything. Where was security? They have lawsuits coming their way. Lawsuits. I am suing Matt Hardy. I am suing AEW. I am suing the arena security staff. I am suing everybody. I was just a fan in a Rosario Dawson seat, and then I got attacked. And no one's doing anything.
He said it's on. Lucha says it's on point with Cass's character, though, Marcus. I don't think so, because he shouted at thing the other week, Statlander. So he broke character there. So that's a fan.
No, I don't care. This is a fan. This is a different situation. I don't care if I'm getting my ass kicked and my hero is slowly walking to the ring. He is no longer my hero because I realize his lifestyle and life choices are all wrong. Okay? Orange Cassidy to me was just as bad as Ric Flair.
And then we get Will Hobbs' promo package. This should have happened on Dynamite because it was actually a really good promo from him for a guy that never speaks.
Yeah, we didn't get any of this. And I was like, what is this? Like the footage they showed of him sitting in crisscross applesauce and everything. He was sitting there and that was not on Dynamite. It was just the table and they left. But we got the promo and everything, and I was like, oh, CM Punk's gonna get his ass beat by the Black Ryback now. That's what I got for this. And he's gonna complain about it on some podcast.
And then we get the Britt Baker and Ruby Soho segment, which was the best segment.
This is what I felt like Dynamite or Rampage actually started for me. I was like, oh, no, that stuff was pre-show because this was not only probably the best segment on Rampage, but maybe the best segment of the night of wrestling on a SmackDown night. And they had their face to face, their back to forth, and they took good shots at each other, back and forth.
They did. So Britt started off by saying Ruby doesn't know who she is. Ruby says she knows who she is. She just hadn't been given the freedom to prove who she is.
WWE reference.
But here comes the biggest shot. She went on the surface. Britt looks like every other broad. Her word. I didn't say that. She steps across the ring with entitled, self-centered, and banging some dude in the back.
Oh! By the way,
Britt Baker sold and then just stared in the camera like, I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, by the way, Tony Schiavone should have got his ass whooped immediately when Britt Baker hugged him. If I'm Adam Cole, I'm going like, that's it. That man's dead. He's gonna die.
Yeah, he should have been beaten up. And then I love when someone uses this word as well. Britt says Ruby has the audacity to call herself the runaway when she got fired.
Yes! Oh! And I was like, Jerry, full Jerry Springer show. Like, they gotta throw hands at that because Ruby, what's your next comeback? You got fired.
She said Britt Baker's got her head so far up Tony Khan's ass. And I was like, yeah, it sounds like that. But it feels like it's more the other way around.
Maybe he's the Tony simp.
Tony Khan I feel like Tony Khan's up Britt Baker's ass.
Whoever's up there, I hope Adam Cole is aware that either way of this situation, that somebody's up somebody's ass. But it came to this. Britt Baker throws a blow, try to fight her, and then they fight each other, and then Ruby puts her hand up on the title, and they sold their match at the Grand Slam next week, where AEW needs to do 2 million viewers or something, because that's
they ain't gonna hit 2 million. Wrestling's dead.
They're not. Yeah, they're not gonna hit 2 million. They're gonna. I think they gotta hit their 1 point. They got 1.5, 1.6. They clearly gotta beat Raw, not only in the rating and viewership, but in the demographic. They gotta beat it. They should beat everything. They're giving you everything. They're giving you WrestleMania for free, basically, next week.
I'm telling you now, like, even if, like, for instance, AEW got The Rock or SmackDown or WWE brought back The Rock for a couple of nights, you're still not getting above 2 million on either show. You're just not.
Wait, SmackDown does 2 million in their sleep.
Yeah, but SmackDown's not going to get any higher than that. Wrestling is dead. Wrestling ratings in America is just dead.
SmackDown can get you 2.2 million. And I believe if The Rock showed up, you could clearly probably get almost to 3 million. I think The Rock is good for about 400,000 people or 500,000 people watching.
Wrestling views is just dead, especially from the rise of people just watching on DVR and just like or just watching the highlights online.
Yeah, and just watch the highlights on YouTube. I enjoy that segment. Instead of hearing Seth Lowe promo, I can watch the abridged version. Instead of watching Rampage to see the Hardys, I can watch Britt Baker and Ruby Soho go at it. And did I really need to see Miro versus Fuego del Sol? No, because he did destroy the car, Manny. He did destroy the car, and that's all I want. I am so sick of Fuego del Sol making bets and cashing checks his ass can't cash. Because previously on Rampage, he said if he doesn't beat Miro, he doesn't get the contract and his career is basically over. And yet he still got that contract. And then this week, he put the damn car on the line, his fucking Hyundai on the line, his brand new Hyundai that he was finally able to afford with his new contract, promoted by Sammy Guevara. He put it on there and Miro just gave him the keys back after shoving it in his mouth and threatening to choke him to death. I am so sick of him winning no matter what he gets. He needs to be dead. He should be dead. And Sammy Guevara, spit on you, sir. Spit on you. Miro lost the car. He lost the car, and you're going to probably get a title shot. I'm Keith.
That's Miro.
Yes.
Yeah, I was annoyed that I didn't get Miro versus the car, which was going to be more of a main event than actually this Miro versus Fuego del Sol. But I don't get why Fuego del Sol got so much offense in this match. But they really sold the fact that Miro has a weakness.
Yeah, his neck. I'm going to say, for the record, I actually enjoyed the match. Even though I ranted right there, I actually enjoyed the match. I thought it told a decent story. Miro still came off as dominant, but Fuego del Sol put up more offense than he did last time. And I thought, you know what? The second half of Rampage was so much better than the first half. And minimal CM Punk damage throughout the night.
Yeah. I don't think he was mentioned a couple times, but it was not mentioned near.
He was only mentioned 10 times. Just 10 times.
Ooh. And then Sammy Guevara makes a save, and then challenging with the title next. So that's that.
Yeah, I feel like we failed to mention Mark Henry. It's time for the main event, and I feel like we need to mention that every single time.
Well, I wanted you to edit the image of Mark Henry doing the interview in the two screens like that. I want me, you on one side, and then possibly Eric holding a microphone in the middle.
That was easily done. You should have told me in advance. You should have told me it's time for the main event.
He was so happy about it too.
I feel like that should be the start of our show each time, in which we just dub over his mouth and put our lips there. Let's call it O'Brien's sketch.
It's time for the main event.
Solid show from Rampage. Smackdown gave me nothing.
Do you know,
this wasn't bad. If it was an hour of Smackdown, I'm okay with it.
I appreciated what Rampage did, given it was a tape show as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was simple. It wasn't complex. It wasn't,
This is what I
the
want.
highest rated Rampage. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're Fuego del Sol in this one.
I suppose.
Because I'm clearly Miro. I'm in the best shape of my life right there.
Just remember, next week.
Oh, live interview 48 hours just to get an update. Just to know how that man's feeling. Just in case he got a cold. Or he's feeling his hip is hurting. Or how's his wife doing. We want to make sure he's taken care of 48 hours before his match. By the way, for them to sell on this show, Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega addresses their match at Grand Slam. They did nothing. It was 30 seconds. They were advertising that 30 seconds for no reason.
Oh yeah, we did forget to mention that Miro was talking about celebrating with God up there, and then something with his wife down there.
Celebrating with God above and my wife down low. Amazing character, just amazing. I eventually Lana's gonna appear on this show.
Yeah,
it's inevitable. Maybe in the Sammy Guevara feud that they set up. By the way, we didn't bring that up. I guess they transitioned to Sammy. Sammy ain't beating Miro, and I don't want to see I don't want to live in a world where Sammy beats Miro. Okay, if you look at him, Miro looks like a beast. He looks invincible. Sammy Guevara looks like a twerp, and I don't even say the word twerp. I've never said that word out loud in my life, but he looks like a twerp.
A twerp. But that is the end of the show, people. We have no emails.
Damn.
Yeah. One of those quick shows this week.
It was very quick. It was an hour show at SmackDown. Neither show gave us anything to really jump into, and we could jump into all the Dark Side of the Ring stuff, but all that speculation and accusations and lawsuits and stuff that we probably don't have any knowledge of. Many didn't even watch the episode, but I'm sure most of it's true.
I just don't have the time for stuff like that. Also, people were stealing my drinks.
Yeah. Spider-Man! So
I can tell why. I can tell why he was so angry at Spider-Man.
Since we ended this show early, I have a question. How would you fight Spider-Man? What villain would you turn into?
A bathtub. Spiders are useless against bathtubs. They can't climb in them.
You're gonna be very itsy bitsy Spider-Man. You gotta see the line as like, and he's like, "What am I supposed to do?" He got some Spider-Man. Oh no, it's a bathtub! Ow! I can't do anything against this guy. I'm a bathtub man. Huh? What you gonna do, Spider-Man? What you gonna do? Manny goes to jail 2 minutes later. And Spider-Man lights bathroom on fire.
I mean, he wouldn't be able to compete in the bathroom dome.
All right, but yeah, that's the end of the show. Remember, if you're in North Carolina, take your shirt off like a helicopter. Don't be like Ric Flair and take your dick out and spin it like a helicopter.
Make sure you check out our merch page at www.storefrontier.com/DSPN, even though you won't. Even though you won't. And Manny becomes a tub in the prison.
Fuck that tub. Fuck the tub.
If you want to email the show, email us at thesharpshooters@gmail.com.
I see a picture. That's my tub. That's my tub. All right. Hold my pocket tub. It's like a little place. This is the worst Spider-Man villain ever. The other villain, just Kingpin shaking his head. What was I even thinking hiring this guy?
Yeah.
We managed to get this fight Spider-Man.
How would you fight Spider-Man now that we have time to mess about at the end?
Well, I would clearly go the route of every single villain.
Are we also using our shitty powers? Which is a throwback to about maybe 6 months ago.
What was my shitty power? Was it Brick Fist or something?
No, your powers was to grow nails.
They just grow. They're not really threatening. So, well, my first attack for Spider-Man, well, one, I would like to get his secret identity down, and I feel like I would do my research and do into his secret identity, and then I'm kidnapping up May. I feel like that's the route I have to go, and then I'm buying a whole thing of Raid, and I plan on unleashing the Raid as soon as he walk in. I don't think it's gonna work. But this is my approach.
He can't get in the building because I've put insect repellent around him.
He's like, come on, Spider-Man. What's your move now, baby? I got Raid, homie. You're in trouble. And I got you on May. He's like, why'd you kidnap on May? I have no motivation. I got her. Or I go back in time and be the one that shot Uncle Ben. And then, vanish in time. Bang! I'm the one. Take that, Uncle Ben.
On that note, as you choose
realize,
murder.
Realize it's the wrong Uncle Ben and shot the black man on the cover of the Rice. Oh, shit! Wrong one! You killed the wrong Uncle Ben! He's not even in charge of the Rice, he's just a figurehead. God damn it, I want you to kill Ben Parker! Ben Parker! Not this black man!
His name ain't even Ben.
No! His name isn't even Ben! I thought you meant to like the trash can Ben. Like, cause I saw trash can man's Uncle Ben, and I looked over. You may as well kill the oatmeal man too while you're at it, alright? What the fuck are you gonna do with this? The salt lady? You may as well got her too. Jesus. Wasting my time. But yeah, I would definitely go with some type of bug repellent and see if that would work. No one's ever
so we've both gone routes where we know we can defeat an actual spider, not a Spider-Man, just an actual spider.
Yeah, the man part I'm not worried about. I can fight the man. We can go man to man. It's the spider powers that I'm worried about.
Eric said leave Quaker alone.
That's not even his name.
That's the brand.
Call him Quaker. Quaker.
That sounds like a new name that could be used for one of the new NXT talent.
Lee Quaker. I want Lee.
Yeah.
His name is Lee Quaker. He comes out in the full get-up too. Oh my god, I want him to be a full heel. He throws oatmeal in your eyes. Like the uncooked oatmeal.
Wait, so is he a wrestler or is he a manager? Because a manager would do something dastardly like that.
Well, I think he's both at one point. I think he starts off as a terrible wrestler who can't really do anything, that transitions nicely into the manager role where he's throwing oatmeal in people's eyes.
Wait, how's he throwing the oatmeal? Like sawdust, like, or
Yeah.
like a mist from his mouth, like.
I never considered the mist. I was saying that he pulled the oatmeal out of his crotch and was like, yeah, here he goes.
That's even worse.
Yeah, the oatmeal comes from the crotch area. It's like, oh, what the fuck? We're cooking oatmeal tonight, baby.
If you're warm.
Start pouring hot oatmeal on somebody in the back.
Can you imagine going against him? Like, damn it, man! I know you're gonna do it. Just pin me. I don't want none of this. I don't want none of this.
You're all sticky. Quote how healthy oatmeal is. No one want to hear that shit. No one wants to hear how healthy oatmeal is. That's 90% of his heel promos. You need to be eating oatmeal instead of eating.
I don't like the ones that
cornflakes.
Whenever someone has oatmeal or something in the office or something, and they go, "Oh, these are overnight oats." I'm like, get out of here! You did preparation for this? Get out!
I mean, he's like, oh,
Quaker Amos. Is that his name?
I think I don't know. Was he talking about Omas? Is he comparing and putting them both together? Is his name Quaker Omas? If it is, then Eric has won. Oh no, he looks like a Civil War veteran. And I don't want to fuck with that. He wouldn't be the little stereotypical character on the show.
He doesn't have a name.
Nah, the Quaker Oats guy doesn't have a name. Shoot. He forms a faction of Breakfast Clan. It's him and like Captain
The breakfast.
They don't have the rights to the Breakfast Club because that's what they wanted to call themselves. But the Breakfast Clan, Quaker Oats, Tony the Tiger, Frankenberry, and Pancake Peter Pancakes. Only on NXT 2.0. I honestly would watch the show just for them.
The Oatmeal Man and Famous Amos.
You mean the man to make the cookies? Oh my gosh, that's your mama. Boo. I would love a heel faction based on those icons. They are no longer around. Uncle Ben Rice, Aunt Jemima, the Quaker Oatmeal guy. All of them, put them all together. Put them in a faction.
He's lying. He's called Quaker Man.
He's not called Quaker Man.
He's not called Quaker Man.
There's no such thing as Quaker Man. Oh no, you know what? That gives me an idea what I want to be for Halloween. Maybe I would be the Quaker Man or Uncle Ben.
All I saw on was aluminium. You guys say aluminum. Aluminium foil talking on SmackDown. I mean, he did look like a rotisserie chicken about to be put, that was ready to be like left as leftovers.
He looked like a sandwich. He looked like a sandwich. He looked like a
like
sandwich.
someone's
Like,
lunch.
Yeah. He looks like a burrito when you take the wrapper off and bite it. Just. Oh.
Eric sent us.
Oh, no,
Quaker Man.
That's when you know the shows went downhill.
The company states that their current Quaker Man logo does not represent an actual person. His image is that of a man dressed in Quaker. So Quaker are people, including a Quaker hat chosen because the Quaker faith projected the values and honesty, integrity, purity. So it's Kurt Angle and strength.
Yeah, I would cut that promo. I hope value and strength and also on slaves.
John said it. Quaker Uncle Ben being led to the ring by Aunt Jemima.
This is the Breakfast Clan. Boo! We represent integrity. We represent strength. I can see Dan Lambert as the Quaker Man.
Who they going up against? Tony the Tiger. They're going up against Tony the Tiger, Coco the monkey from Cocoa Pops, Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
No, Sugar Bear from what's the cereal? Golden Crisp. Oh no! If this in the universe of the Breakfast Wrestling Club, Snap, Crackle, and Pop of the Rice Krispie group is basically the New Day. It's your boys, the Crispy
Rice Krispies.
Crispy Rocks. Crispy Rocks. Oh,
That
Snap!
sounds like
Pop.
Crispy Rocks sounds like the cracker can be crap. Can't even talk anymore. Tin Man Rollins is a definite Halloween costume. I mean, you're looking for a Halloween costume. This would be by far the cheapest one you can get.
People are like, "Who are you, Seth Rollins from wrestling?" But dressed as a Tin Man, basically.
So now we've got pretty much a Survivor Series or a Royal Rumble coming, or Boo Berry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula.
All right, here we go. If this was a wrestling promotion with all the Breakfast characters, who do you have holding that title, Manny?
Tony.
Tony? Fuck Tony. I can't have Tony do it.
Tony the Tiger.
He doesn't wear pants.
Exactly.
He's the champion. I think I'm going Quaker Man. He's a good heel champion.
Quaker Man will get cancelled for looking racist.
But he's a good heel champion. He'd be my MJF, my prime Ric Flair. I haven't played by Greg the Hammer Valentine or something. It'd be amazing. I feel like
exactly. I don't think he's in agreement with me, but John does say, as a champion, he'd be great.
Alright, so in wrestling fashion, and I know, whatever, I'm just trying to get the show to an hour. Alright, who's your ultimate jobber? Who's your ultimate jobber?
In what?
Like,
cereals?
It's cereal. They're like, in this promotion.
The chicken from Cornflakes. Basic.
The fucking rooster!
Yes!
Oh! And he's down again.
Basic.
Like
Basic. It probably rationed in the arm in the days where in war when there was not much food going around.
So is your tag team? Who's your tag team champions in the cereal? Because you could go Rice Krispie Treat, but I got somebody else.
Cereals.
Or, breakfast in general. You can use any
bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. No, bacon and eggs with their manager toast.
with their muscle, the sausage.
What a tag match! The Rice Krispie Treats versus Rice Krispies. Snap, Crackle, and Pop versus Bacon and Eggs. With toasted ringside. Buttered toast.
So, Eric and John have said Lucky would be a Sheamus or Finley.
He'd be that good, hard-working mid-card act. And he's
Coco
always
and
fighting
Fruity
2
Pebbles.
Sam. Alright, so here's my question for you, Manny. Who's the one that the wrestling fan base is complaining about deserves to get pushed? Who's never getting theirs? And I have mine.
Who's yours?
Mine's the Tricks Rabbit. Tricks are a kid. Like, people keep putting him down, but everybody knows he's worthy. He should be up there. I should be up there. I should be champion. He's complaining on Twitter. He's not getting what he deserves.
Oh, wait, Who?
Silly rabbit chips are for kids.
Do you have the Cookie Crisp cereal over there?
We do have Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp.
They have a mascot, don't they?
They do. They have those two criminals, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think them.
Well, one of them became genetic because I think they dropped him for one and it just became a dog. Oh man, what an amazing promotion this will be. Stacked with talent.
We can't call it
the
We can't call it It can't be called what we originally called it.
What, the
Because that would have been a
Breakfast
faction name. That would have been a faction name.
It's the World Breakfast Federation.
The World Breakfast Federation.
The worldwide leaders in sugary breakfast.
Captain Crunch could be manager. Captain Crunch could be the owner. Captain Crunch could be your Vince McMahon.
You don't got the berries, Captain Crunch. You don't got the berries to put me in a match to Sam. Toucan Sam would literally be Coco Beware. I swear to God. That wouldn't be anybody else. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, let's end the show. I got work in a little bit anyway. Let's end this. Although, that's probably a segment that deserves to come back to and read the clip.
It needs Eric. It needs Eric. So when Eric's back and ready to do the show again, we're going to revisit this because we also need Eric's take on this.
And I can't wait for the alternate brand with the alternate brand cereals of Frosted Flakes with the polar bear on there.
The cheaper brands.
Yes.
the non-brand stuff.
Yeah, these are not breasts. Carried by the polar bear, Frosted Flakes. Or Frosty Flakes.
Hot grits.
Damn it. Oh man, but I do like bacon and eggs as the tag team champions.
So this is what I'm gonna say. If you made it this far, I want emails about breakfast cereals, the Breakfast Cereal Federation.
World Breakfast Federation.
I mean, we always get these things wrong. Like you got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Durag wrong.
Pay-per-view still coming. Still coming.
I want to know who's leading, who's running the company, who's your champions. So I want tag champions and world heavyweight and female women's champion.
And it's only on breakfast. I don't want to see Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar in there. They have nothing to do with breakfast, even though McDonald does have breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what breakfast characters are. You know breakfast meals.
Just breakfast. No anything that can be made in a kitchen at home. Not McDonald's, not Burger King, not Wendy's, or wherever else you get your breakfast from.
I'll allow Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles to be involved too, if you want. It's Roscoe! The one black wrestler in the group. His finisher move, Chicken and Waffles.
Yeah, but what would that be? What would that be? That can't just be that can't be an elbow drop. That can't just be an elbow drop. Because the chicken and waffles, it has to be a combination of things.
I think it'll be Sasha Banks' bank statement in which you do the chicken as you pull it back, and then the waffles is the submission at the end.
Did you mention Honey Smacks and Diggum the Frog? I don't know what those are.
Honey Smacks are Honey Smacks was the frog, right? Yeah, he's the frog. F him. I don't like Honey Smacks. I'm a Golden Crisp kind of bread. What kind of bread are you running here? Raisin?
Diggum versus Sugar Bear. I don't know what those are. Again,
we should make them book their pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay. Along with your emails, book a card for the World Breakfast Federation. BCF, 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 BC.
Oh man. All right.
And we out, guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy
we
the rest of
out.
your weekend.
Pray for us, God. Pray for us.
We need Eric back. This is what happens when you let us let loose on this.
Now Eric would have jumped right in, as he is in the chat. Dove right into this.
So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.